The gates are locked, a stark symbol of an era coming to an end. Once bustling with activity, these gates now stand as silent sentinels, marking the end of a significant chapter in automotive history. The assembly lines are silent, their stillness echoing the quiet resignation of a workforce that once thrived here. These lines, which once hummed with the energy of production, now lie dormant, a testament to changing times. In December 2025, after 88 years of innovation and production, Volkswagen's Dresden factory produced its final vehicle. This moment marked the end of an era for the factory, which had been a cornerstone of the local economy and a symbol of German engineering prowess. This closure is a somber milestone for the iconic carmaker and a warning for Germany's industrial future. It signals a shift in the global automotive landscape, where traditional manufacturing faces unprecedented challenges. The Transparent Factory, with its glass walls, was a showcase of German engineering, a place where innovation met transparency. It was a beacon of modern manufacturing, attracting visitors from around the world to witness the precision and skill of German craftsmanship. Now, its quiet halls echo with uncertainty about the future of German manufacturing. The once vibrant space, filled with the sounds of machinery and workers, now stands empty, reflecting the broader uncertainties facing the industry. The final car, an all-electric ID.3, rolled off the line just before Christmas. This vehicle, representing the future of automotive technology, was a poignant reminder of the factory's legacy and its role in shaping the future of mobility. Workers watched as a piece of their city's history and identity ended. For many, this factory was more than just a place of employment. It was a community, a source of pride, and a symbol of stability in an ever-changing world. The closure is a national story, highlighting challenges facing Germany's economy. It has sparked widespread debate about the future of manufacturing in the country and the need for strategic adaptation in the face of global pressures. The story of Dresden's demise involves geopolitics, energy markets, and global competition. These factors have converged to create a perfect storm, challenging the very foundations of Germany's industrial might. Germany's economic model, built on high-quality exports, is under pressure. The global shift towards digitalization and sustainability demands a re-evaluation of traditional manufacturing practices. The loss of cheap Russian gas has made it harder for factories like Dresden to compete. Energy costs have soared, adding to the financial strain on industries already grappling with technological and market changes. For Dresden, the closure means the loss of thousands of well-paying jobs. This has profound implications for the local economy and the livelihoods of countless families who depended on the factory for their income. It raises questions about the social contract in Germany, where industrial workers have long enjoyed stability. The closure challenges the notion of job security and the promise of a stable future for the working class. As the lights go out in Dresden, a shadow falls over the promise of a secure middle-class life. The closure is a stark reminder of the fragility of economic stability in a rapidly changing world. This factory's story is a microcosm of a larger struggle for survival in a new global landscape. It highlights the need for adaptation and resilience in the face of relentless change and competition. Germany, and all of Europe, is watching to see what happens next. The closure of the Dresden factory is a wake-up call, urging leaders to rethink strategies and embrace innovation to secure a prosperous future for the continent. To truly grasp the impact of the Dresden factory closure, we must look beyond the headlines and consider the deeper story at play. It's essential to understand Volkswagen's unique and powerful place in Germany's national identity and economic history. Founded in the 1930s, Volkswagen was originally conceived as the people's car, but its true significance emerged after World War II. In the ruins of a devastated nation, Volkswagen became a driving force behind Germany's remarkable economic recovery, known as the Wirtschaftswunder, or economic miracle. The iconic Beetle wasn't just a car, it was a symbol of hope, affordability, and reliability. It put a war-torn nation back on wheels, helping families rebuild their lives and reconnect with each other. Volkswagen's enduring success was built on a unique partnership between management, labor unions, and the government. This collaborative model fostered trust, stability, and shared prosperity for generations of German workers. The result was a powerful brand, made in Germany, that became a global benchmark for quality, engineering, and reliability, admired and respected around the world. The Dresden factory, with its storied history and architectural elegance, stood as a symbol of national unity and technological progress, bridging Germany's past and future. Now, the recent closure of this iconic plant feels like a profound betrayal of the post-war promise, a promise of security, progress, and shared success. It shakes the long-held belief that German industry, with its resilience and innovation, can weather any storm or crisis. The closure has sparked a national conversation, forcing Germans to confront difficult questions about the future and viability of their traditional industrial model. It raises doubts about whether the very formula that once made Germany strong and prosperous might now be holding it back in a rapidly changing world. The company that once stood as a symbol of resilience and renewal now appears to be a victim of global change, leaving many to wonder what the future holds for German industry and its people. The closure of the Dresden factory wasn't just a simple business decision, it was the result of a perfect storm of economic challenges that hit all at once, leaving little room for recovery or adaptation. At the very center of this crisis is energy. For years, Germany's powerful industrial sector thrived on a steady supply of cheap Russian natural gas, which kept factories running and costs low. But everything changed in 2022, when Russia's invasion of Ukraine led to a sudden cutoff of gas supplies. This sent energy prices soaring to unprecedented levels, putting immense pressure on manufacturers across the country. For car manufacturing, which relies on energy-intensive processes, these skyrocketing costs were devastating. Germany's competitive edge in the global auto market began to erode as production became more expensive and less predictable. Meanwhile, the broader German economy has stagnated. Consumer demand has weakened, businesses are hesitant to invest, and uncertainty hangs over the entire industrial sector. On top of this, government policy changes, like the decision to phase out subsidies for electric vehicles, dealt another blow to factories like Dresden, which had invested heavily in EV production. The anticipated surge in demand for electric cars, such as the Volkswagen ID.3, simply didn't materialize. Showrooms remained quiet, and unsold vehicles piled up, further straining the plant's finances. With high energy costs, a sluggish economy, and shifting government policies, the entire industry became increasingly vulnerable. Managers faced tough choices as they struggled to keep operations afloat. Ultimately, the Dresden factory became a casualty of these converging crises, a symbol of how quickly fortunes can change in a volatile world. Its closure is a stark warning that the elements which once guaranteed Germany's economic success, affordable energy, strong demand, and stable policy, are no longer secure. Today, Germany faces a new reality. It can no longer rely on cheap energy and robust demand to power its industry. The future will require adaptation, innovation, and resilience. As Germany faced internal issues, China emerged as a formidable competitor. German automakers once dominated the Chinese market, but complacency set in. Chinese EV brands like BYD and NIO quickly mastered EV technology. They offered cheaper vehicles with features Chinese consumers wanted. Volkswagen's market share in China began to plummet. Chinese EV makers are now expanding into Europe, challenging German brands. They control the entire supply chain, giving them a cost advantage. The pressure from China was a major factor in closing the Dresden plant. The ID.3 struggled against Chinese rivals, both in China and Europe. The rise of China's auto industry marks a shift in the global economic order. The era of unquestioned German automotive dominance is over. Volkswagen invested billions in a pivot to electric mobility. The ID family of electric cars was central to this strategy. The Dresden factory was retooled to produce the ID.3. However, the transition faced software problems and sluggish demand. European consumers were slow to adopt EVs, and subsidies ended abruptly. The Dresden plant, with excess capacity, became a target for cuts. Chinese brands offered affordable EVs, adding pressure on Volkswagen. The closure of Dresden's EV factory shows the difficulty of transforming a legacy giant. Volkswagen faced internal challenges amid external pressures. A cost-cutting program aimed to save over 10 billion euros. This brought management into conflict with powerful labor unions. The Dresden factory, less efficient, was a logical place for savings. Despite opposition, the economic logic for closure was overwhelming. The decision highlighted tension between corporate agility and labor protection. The factory closure is a personal and economic tragedy for Dresden. High-skilled, well-paid jobs with benefits have vanished. The impact extends beyond the factory, affecting local businesses. The closure challenges Germany's social model of job security. Volkswagen's efforts to reassign workers won't help everyone. The loss of jobs can lead to a decline in community morale. The psychological impact of a modern factory shutting down is significant. Workers face uncertainty, with some forced to relocate or change industries. The story of Dresden's workers is about the real-world consequences of economic shifts. Volkswagen's Dresden factory closure is part of a broader crisis. European car makers face high EV transition costs and intense competition. The pressures are felt across Europe, threatening its automotive leadership. Legacy automakers struggle with the shift to electric vehicles. The competitive landscape has changed, with new threats from Tesla and China. European companies find it hard to compete on price and technology. The Dresden plant closure is a wake-up call for Europe's auto industry. Without a coherent strategy, Europe risks losing a vital industry. Dresden's silent assembly lines reflect a nation at a turning point. Germany's economic model of export-led growth and manufacturing excellence is under threat. The world has changed, and Germany must adapt. The Dresden closure signals the need for a new economic model. Germany's future prosperity depends on innovation and adaptation. This requires investing in new technologies and cutting through bureaucracy. The transition will create winners and losers, needing support for displaced workers. Germany must focus on education, retraining, and new opportunities. The closure of Dresden's factory is a reminder of the stakes. It can be a catalyst for renewal, harnessing Germany's strengths. The future lies in laboratories, startups, and clean energy, not past assembly lines.